Hello, I'm Richard Ridge. For Broadway World, international screen and stage star Daniel Radcliffe is returning to the Great White Way in the Broadway premiere of Martin McDonagh's beloved play, The Cripple of Inishmaan. Under the direction of Michael Grandage, it will open at the Cort Theatre on April 20th. And I caught up with Daniel and company during a break in rehearsal. So talk about the play. Tell me who you play and what you love about the role.
I play a character called Babby Bobby Bennett, and on the island he's a boatsman. Daniel's character, Billy, comes to him in a time of need and takes advantage of Babby Bobby's kindness. He's a lonesome character. He's a pragmatic character with a bit of a nasty streak.
Talk about the role and what you love about him.
Well, I play the character of Johnny Patty and Mike, who is, for all intents and purposes, like a news reporter, a gossip reporter on the island. And I love about him there's such great scope in the character playing him, because at one point the audience really hate me, and I love that. And you know you've done your job as the actor when you're on stage, and you feel that tension from the audience when you walk out midway through the show, and they really don't like me at all, and that's fantastic. I know some people might find that a bit strange, but you know it's working for you and it's cooking and what you're doing is right, and that's a great. There's so many great moments in the play that twists and turns and that's so it's a fantastic character to play.
Talk about the role that you play.
I play one of Billy's two aunties. They're not actually his real aunties, but they adopted him, and they love Billy more than anything in the world, and I think audiences love them because they love Billy. And my auntie, she suffers from her nerves, as they would say in Ireland. And when the going gets tough, she tends to talk to stones and things like that. She's just adorable. I love her. I love her.
Tell me what you love about the play itself.
The play is a delight, actually, because it's very cleverly written. It has a big heart, and it's hugely funny. I think the trick is that the characters are very much in the moment, whereas the writer and the audience can observe them slightly from afar and kind of delight in their antics.
Tell me what it's been like working with Daniel Radcliffe.
Well, funny enough, I knew Daniel, at least I had met him when he was younger, because my wife is an actress and she was in Equus, so that was his West End debut, and I think he was 17 at the time, so I met him then. And it's great to work with him again. He's an absolutely fantastic guy, very professional and very genuine guy. So it's like working with any other actor when you're doing the work. And then of course he has this mad world outside the stage door, which is always it's great fun to observe.
You're making your Broadway debut in this show. How do you feel?
Yeah!
It's pretty exciting stuff, isn't it?
Oh, come on, to get to my age, when most people are thinking about retiring, and suddenly you find yourself on Broadway, it's fantastic.
And on Broadway with Daniel Radcliffe.
And on Broadway with Daniel Radcliffe, exactly.
So what has that been like, working with him?
Fantastic. You know, I mean, he's a really good actor. He works very hard. He joins in everything. He's one of the gang. He doesn't, pull rank or anything. It's just great.
Now talk about the role that you play.
Okay, Auntie Eileen and Auntie Kate are sisters. They run the village shop, store as you guys would say, and they have informally adopted Billy, that's Daniel, because his parents drowned in an accident when he was a little baby. So they've had him since he was a little baby, and they brought him up, and they love him to bits. Although you wouldn't know that by the way they talk to him.
So you're making your Broadway debut. How excited are you?
Yeah, I'm over the moon, and I'm over the moon to be making it with this show, because it's such a special show to us all, and such a fun show. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Tell me what it's been like working on this show.
I read the play when I was 17, so it's something I've always wanted to do. I've always had it in the back of my head, going, I want to be part of a production of The Cripple of Inishmaan, and so to be part of it anyway, and any form is exciting for me. And then to be part of it with Michael Grandage, who's someone I went to the Dunmore when he was directing at the Dunmore, and to be part of it with him, and then this cast, it's such an incredible cast. So yeah, it's really fun to be part of and exciting to be part of. Yeah.
Tell me what you love about this play, Martin's writing.
The characters, I think, the humour and how it has a real punch to it. One moment you're laughing your head off, and 2 seconds later you can be roaring crying. He has a great way of developing characters, and everybody has their own attributes, and everyone has a lovely revelation of some sort, and so everyone goes on a journey. You know, it's a real ensemble piece.
Talk about your role and what you love about her.
Well, Helena's a part I've always wanted to play. I think any young actress would jump at the chance to play her. She's a violent character, but also quite a sad human being. Her anger comes from a really dark place, and it's revealed in the play. And it's just finding that balance between, you know, a very angry person and but why they are angry. So that's what I love about my job, is figuring people out and why you are the way you are and what makes you tick. And because nobody is just born angry or mean, you know, something would have happened in their life that will make them that way. So that's what I've loved about it, is figuring her out. Yeah, she's also a teenager, 17-year-old teenager with hormones, a lot of hormones.
That adds to all of this.
I think so. Well, it gives me freedom to play, you know, and I can say, well, why are you angry there? It's like, because I'm having a bad day. That's why.
So welcome to Broadway with this. How do you feel?
Well, I feel excited because, you know, I love coming to Broadway. I think I've told you before, it's one of the most exciting cities to do theatre in, because you all take it so seriously here, and seriously as in a major part of this city's industry. And that is exciting for anybody who makes theatre. Bringing a comedy, which we've not done before, is something that is new and exciting for us, because we had a good time with this in London. As you know, we did the play last year as part of a season of plays, and it went down really well, and audiences absolutely loved it. And so it's going to be nice being able to bring it to Broadway for the first time, which is exciting for us.
What do you love about this play?
Well, I love the fact that Martin McDonagh is a very unsentimental writer, and yet he does write a play of great deep and profound humanity, and yet he does it in a way that has all of his great characteristics as a writer. He knocks you about the head a bit and makes it hard for you at times, but it is a beautiful coming of age play and an amazingly funny play. I have to say, even I, when I read it, knew it was quite funny on the page, but I never ever could have envisaged what audiences en masse get out of it. And that's been the revelation, if I'm honest, for me. I have to say, I knew it was a funny play, and it's famously quite a funny play, but I had no idea that it works in the way it does with an audience. So I think all of those things have been important.
Well, first of all, welcome back to New York.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel?
It's lovely. It's really, I mean, it's like, it'll be lovely after we open, and then I can hopefully just relax. But you know, at the moment, there's a lot of. I am feeling the pressure a bit, just because like we've got a week of rehearsal and a week of tech, and then we start previews, which is good. I mean, that's kind of what you would do on a show a lot of the time in London, in terms of tech time, at least. And you know, I teched How to Succeed for like 2 weeks or something, and I don't want to do that again. So like, it's definitely, but it's a fast period. But you know, I'm very excited to be back in New York and working on a show here again. Like I have two of the most amazing professional experiences in my career have been on Broadway so far. So you know, to get to come here again, I hope it goes as well a third time.
Well, this is one of my favorite plays. I saw it at the Public first with Eileen Brennan, then I saw it at the Atlantic.
Oh, great.
So take me back to your history with this, how it all came about for you to do this.
Yeah, well, Michael Grandage and I had been talking for some time about wanting to do a play together, and he gave me sort of it was one of those amazing moments as an actor when you go, I am just incredibly lucky to be in the position that I'm in, because you know, he sent me sort of 3 or 4 plays and just said, like, read these, let's talk, see what you would like to do, and so I was in an amazing position. And well, as soon as I started reading The Cripple of Inishmaan, I was like, this is the one I want to do, and then it just became, you know, we talked to Martin and met all that, and then after that the ball was rolling, and we had a great run in London last year, and for I guess like 3 or 4 months, yeah, I'm really excited. And at one point I didn't think we were going to be able to take it to New York. There was no theatres available, and I was really like, oh, we're not gonna get over there. But I you know, so the fact that like around New Year we heard that we might be coming, and it was just like, yes, because I do think as well, it's. I just think Broadway will really love it, because I know it's been done over here before, but not like on Broadway. But I think it's it's just such a wonderful show, and an incredibly special play in the fact that it is both incredibly sad and powerful and moving, and yet you will be laughing from your belly the whole way through. I mean, and that's such a hard thing to do, and he achieves it as a writer with such ease in this play that I hope everyone loves it as much as you and I do.